Today's 4K Master Out takes us back to Saturn X with MAP20, the U.S. Mustard Company by RottKing, with the music soundtrack The Cry by James Paddock. This map, from start to finish, is atmospheric, moody, and an absolute blast to run and gun through. So this is honestly how I would classify most of the classic Doom maps. In other words, this to me honestly feels like it belongs in TNT Evolution. Not because I'm saying that it is not difficult like the other maps have been, but because I'm saying it's very atmospheric, it tells a story, and honestly, this to me is easily one of the biggest standout maps of Back to Saturn X. So let's go ahead and start off with secret number 1, which as you can see is massive. It is chain gun, armor bonuses, stim packs, boxes of bullets, shotgun shells, and a blur sphere, all hidden right behind where you started the map. So go ahead, get this area cleared out of all the enemies, and it's going to be right back here through this indentation. As you saw, it would open from either side depending on which side you decide to go through. Now that that's taken care of, we are ready to move on to the next area. So be careful when we drop the lift. There's going to be a Revenant right in our face. Go ahead, stun lock him before he even knows what happened. And we need to be very careful as we get into this next room, because there's going to be a Pinky and Spectre hidden right behind us as the ambush is making their way over. So let's quickly get rid of them. Before we even venture any deeper into this area, let the hit scanners come to us, because if we can get around the pile, we can get ourselves to the super shotgun. Go ahead, get that. Quickly take out the Revenant if possible. It's really the only thing here to worry about, because the hit scanners are just zombies and shotgun soldiers. And just like that, we're good. Get him distracted on the Hell Knight, get you out of here while the blur sphere still lasts, and back here we can finally get our health back up at least a little bit as we go ahead, get the stim pack and health bonuses, take out that, and just like this second area is done. Alright, so at this point we've got the initial area done, we've got the secondary area done, we've got the SSG, the chain gun, we've got one of our secrets out of the way. Let's go ahead into this box room. Heading a little further up, again, careful of the enemies right behind where you enter at. That is to be a common theme of this map, definitely a trick that he likes to pull on you time and time again. So always be watching behind anytime you go into a new area in this one. Now let's continue on. As you can see, our barbed fencing, be careful because there are enemies that can snipe you from over across the way. And now if we go back down through the doorway here, let's get ready for secret number 2. Now in this big room, we want to quickly get the snipers taken care of, because they're guarding switches up there that can be useful later on. Go ahead, get them out of our hair. And this round rotunda is about to drop down. Go to the one that's blinking over here on the end, and there's a switch that'll drop the round UAC logo. Now we can get to this lift. This lift takes us where those enemies were. And what was I talking about guarding switches? You're about to see in secret number 3. So, go ahead, go to the left first, which will take us ultimately to a chainsaw at the end of all this. And now go back the other way, because this is what we're talking about, hidden switches. Because if we go all the way to the other end, we can pull down the grate. Just like that, and reveal secret number 3. Which will give us the SSG, the chain gun, rockets, and supercharge. Again, be careful of enemies hidden on the other side of the grate. Now let's teleport back, and that gets us into this vicious room. Turn around, deal with the cacodemons before you go any further. If you're lucky, the Arachnotrons will actually infight with the Revenants. If not, just use your core sniping tactics, because there is a Revenant that's on the loose. There's also a Revenant that's in the room behind the Arachnotron. So if you're not careful, you can get 2 different volleys of Revenant missiles coming at you. So let's just keep ducking around the corner, make sure we've got the one closest to us, because we could bum rush the other one. So let's go ahead, SSG at the ray, and let's charge in. It should be about done. There it goes. Also be careful of the chain gunner that's in that room before we head in ourselves. So, now that's taken care of, let's head on in. There's going to be our teleporter. There's the pit. There is a way out if you fall in, so no worries there. And let's teleport into the next section. Be careful not to grab that rocket launcher, because it's almost set up to make you blow yourself up. Clear this room out first before you do anything with that rocket launcher, because those arachnotrons are very close to you, and it's very easy to auto switch and blow yourself up. Get rid of them. Get rid of the hit scanners. Don't worry as much about the snipers. You can try to single shot them out with the shotgun, but it's just zombies and imps. Now, the bigger problem is going to be the Hell Knight that's making its way over, and also a chain gunner hidden right around the door. Again, always check behind the doors. Go ahead, get rid of the Spectre, Pinky, all that mess over here. And you've also got 2 Revenants that are hiding not so well on the other side of that pillar. Let's just say you can see them pretty easy before you trigger them. So let's go ahead, get ready for them, and let's get plenty of distance, because this is another one that makes it very easy to blow yourself up if you're not careful. Get them out in open space, and just like that, we've got them taken care of, if we can actually hit them. There we go. Get him out of here, and just like that, we can see 2 different red pieces of the level here. You've got a red door, and you've also got a red switch right here. So in this map, you only need 1 key card, the red key card, to make it through. And at this point, we're going to get ourselves halfway on secrets. So go back here, again, adjacent to the red door, and you'll see there's this danger sign in the corner. Run to it, the floor will drop out. That's secret number 4, giving you mega armor, rockets, and the May kit. Now, once we get back up, be careful with these doors. They both open at the same time. So whatever enemies you don't take out is going to be set free on the other end. I prefer just to go to the right to get that lost soul out of there, because it usually ends up getting me. The imps usually don't. Now, this room we have to take with extreme caution. This is easily the room where you're likely to take your first fail. If you are trying to do a single segment, even if you're not trying to do it single segment, it's easy to get yourself trapped here. So go ahead, take out all the hit scares before we even interact with the room. We want to try and conserve at least some of our rockets. So let's jump down here. And now let's get ready to spring the trap on ourselves. Just run up the stairs, and that's immediately going to catapult a Mancubus and Revenant our way as we clear out this little side cubby hole. Sometimes you'll get the Revenant that'll come out of hiding. This time we didn't. And again, get ready for the catapult. Here they go. Sometimes you can get them in fighting, but honestly, I've not had luck with it. Usually they do not hit each other for some reason. Prioritize the meatball as always. Luckily, the Revenant took him out for us. At this point, they are sitting ducks, but they are only the first part of this ambush. The second part is the one that'll likely get you. So go ahead, get Mancubus out of here, especially the one still hiding up there in the corner. Make sure not to get spammed by the imp hiding behind the grate there. And get ready for part 2 of this ambush, because it is vicious. It's also where the TDC counter finally comes to life here. As soon as we hit that switch behind us, Cacodemons and Lost Souls are going to pop out. Be very careful though, they are the distraction, so get rid of them as fast as possible. The real threat is already making its way over from that little cubby hole we took the enemies out of. We're going to have about 4 different arachnotrons down there, ready to turn us into Swiss cheese. Honestly, best plan I've had is just get them stuck around the stairs. Because if you go anywhere near that open room, you're going to have 4 different volleys of plasma rifle fire coming at you. No matter how close you get to these things, you're not going to get them taken out before they take you out. So, watch out for the 2 new chain gunner snipers, as those 2, for the love of themselves, can't hit each other. Seriously. You would think the hit scanner could be at least hitting him or something. I don't know what in the world's happening there. But anyway, let's break that up. And now that that's taken care of, this ambush is good. Let's proceed on with caution, because there's a ton of enemies guarding the stairs on the way up. He does give us quite a few barrels to work with, but it's not going to be enough. So let's go into that little cubby hole, snuff out the revenant that was hiding in there, if it didn't already come out. And this switch is going to give us access to secret number 5. So what that switch did is it raised the lifts that were currently down to get us right back to where we came from. So when we jump down, now we have lifts to get back up. Get back up and click on the blinking panel here. That opens this panel so that this can now come down. We're basically on the other side of that grate. But be careful because we are close quarters with all kinds of hit scanners, as the ambush is still technically behind us. Careful of the chain gunners sniping on the corner. At this point, we should be good. In the back, there's going to be rockets, plasma rifle, energy cell pack, and health bonuses. All to work toward that 100% items. Now, as soon as we got ourselves fitted, this is going to make it plowing through that next ambush 1,000 times easier, especially since we only had 2 rockets left. Let's continue on our way. And again, now you can get yourself back out. And let's head back to the infamous staircase over here. As you see, there's also a lift to the right. This area, for me, almost feels too much like a maze. It can be easy to get turned around, but just know this green strip right here is secret number 6. That's actually giving us a sneak peek of further up the staircase as we go ahead and take out the hit scanners that were hiding back here to get an energy cell pack and medikit. Again, we literally just shortcutted our way to the top of the staircase. Now let's actually blast our way back through. As you can see, right there it was. Now at the top, you'll see there's a flashing yellow door. We need to hit a series of switches to actually open that door. So right now, it's locked. We can't go any further. That's actually the red key ambush with that vat of slime down there. So that's the big one we need to get out of this level. At this point, let's continue on back to this lift. And again, it hides so well with the textures, but as you see, both of these lifted at the same time. So be careful because we're going to have imps on both sides of us. Clear out the right just because it's a lot more shallow with just energy cells and box of rockets. And now on this side, this is where all the action's going to take place. So beware the monster closets that just randomly open up on us as we get close. And back in here, let's go ahead and turn the Hell Knight to Swiss cheese. And this is our intermediary room. This green door is actually going to be one of our central locations that we're going to be referencing quite a bit. So let's go to the left first because, again, it's a series of switches we have to hit. Here's going to be the first one. And be careful because now monster closets are open behind us and revenants and chain gunners got released on the other end of the maze. So just let them come to us and try to get the revenants close enough together that you can just rocket them out. Just like that. If they get too far advanced on you, just duck back in that monster closet for protection. And now we can head back out. Again, there's the green door. Just as our reference piece, as you can see, we now have this passageway that's behind us to the left of the green door. And if we go down first, there's a bunch of armor bonuses down here, but it also sets us up for secret number 7. This one, to me, is one of the most obvious secrets in the entire map. Just because of how large the door is for it, it's one of the only ones I found legitimately without having to look it up. So, as we continue here, there's going to be a very, very large green door right here. That's the secret. So that's going to give us armor bonuses, 2 backpacks, and a stim back. At that point, there's only 1 secret left in this map, and only 1 key to get. We're almost there. Let's keep pushing forward. At this point, we want to go back. Again, here's our green door to the right of it. And now up the stairs to hit our second switch that got unlocked. This is the one that's going to open that yellow flashing door at the top of the staircase. So let's make our way back there through the green door. Back up that lift that raised on both sides. Now back up the staircase. And again, this is the door it opened up. Whatever you do, don't go careening off into the vat. Instead, just slightly fall off, because we want to take out the enemies that are down here first. Made this mistake before, that's why the TDC counter changed, because there's a very nasty meatball hidden in the corner, and if you jump into the vat, you've got that thing right behind you, so easier to take them out from down below, then we'll deal with it. So go ahead, get all this mess spun up, and Tomato's gonna try to pin us into a corner. Not quite, but almost, guys. And just like that, I think we've got him. There. Clean up all lost souls, and then we can actually focus on what's ahead of us as the shotgun soldier's trying his best to take us out from behind. Now, that will get us into the vat. Just make sure we've got all the ammo before we do it. Now, let's start the red key ambush. It's 2 different ambushes in one. So first one, let's go ahead, hit the switch. As we drain, focus on the center of the room. Start firing immediately to take out that archvile as fast as possible. Ignore the mancubus. Just assume that if you take a mancubus down, it's going to revive it, because that archvile is going to be right behind him. But at that point, with all the rockets, it should be about done before it has a chance. The Baron is optional. Sometimes he comes out on his own. He's actually in that lift in the back of this room. Sometimes he stays put. So it's this door right here I'm referring to. If you open it and he didn't come out, he'd be right here. Let's make our way up. And now, be careful of hit scanners here. Mainly to the left and right, there's going to be chain gunners in these side pockets. Quickly take them out. And the imps, get our rockets. At this point, we are almost to the red key. Get ready, the elevator's going to take us there. Just beware the Revenant, cleverly hidden in the back. You would not believe how many times that thing surprised me. And then the actual red key ambush is here. Quickly take out the Hell Knight. Stay on this side of the arena because the Mancubus can't really do much over here. And the Arachnotron has to fire over top of a bazillion pinkies to get to you. Use this corner for coverage. And just use the rockets to quickly get the Mancubus out of here. He's really the greater threat. We've got a million obstacles to help us with the Arachnotron. Also, beware the chain gunner as it's slowly meandering over. And now that we've got it, let's go ahead, get the Arachnotron out of here. And let's just rocket everything down here. It's basically a chain gunner. You've also got 2 Revenants that are stuck on each other down here. As soon as we unstick them, there is going to be the red key card. Grab that. And this switch is going to let us teleport right back where we were. So at this point, we've got the key we need to exit. However, we still have 1 secret left to go. So let's go ahead, lower this lift, and get ready for a very nasty quadruple Hell Knight ambush. I don't even know how he fit them all in there, but that was amazing. Go ahead, get them pulled out into open spaces, and they're no problem at all. As long as we stay out of slapping distance, we're good. There. Alright, let's pop ourselves back up. And at this point, if we get our bearings, there's that infamous green door again for what feels like the 1000th time. Let's go down the hallway, down by the purple lights. There's the red door. Let's go ahead and clear it out before we go the other direction. So get the Revenants out of here. And again, there's the red switch, which will lower this lift. Now, this lift is our only way back to the first part of the map. That's where we're going to find the remaining secret and kills. So just like that, we've teleported back to the very first room that we started in, because there's that very first Revenant on the lift. This was our first real ambush of the map, where we got the SSG. And now, let's go up top side as we make our way around the barrels. Keep going, and there was a switch up here. Again, shotgun soldier just waiting for us to come into the room. Get the Revenant out of here as fast as we can. And be very careful, because this entire room just sets you up bad. Because there's Hell Knights behind this door, but there's also chain gunners that get released. Peek through the window to get a shooty switch there for the final secret. And then get ready for all heck to break loose, because this ambush is a tricky one. Once we get ourselves back up, at this point we've got all secrets, almost all items. hit the switch, turn around, try not to waste too much time on the Hell Knights, because at this point you've got a bunch of chain gunners down at the end of the hall, ready to turn you into Swiss cheese. Get them out of here as quick as we can. At this point, the ambush becomes considerably easier, because there's health, there's ammo. Hell Knight out. And now we can work our way past the masses into this room. Be very careful, this room's quite tricky, because it has a lot of side compartments where enemies can ambush you, just like this. Get ourselves a health bonus, beware enemies attacking through grates, as we work ourselves down to the bottom of the room. Get rid of the chain gunner. And once we're down here, we can lower the teleporter as soon as we hit the switch right there. Now, once we've got this far, we've got 120 items. Let's go back into the room. Down the lift for a secret, because there's one other enemy cleverly hidden right at the beginning of the map. It's a random zombie-man that looks like it's about to hit a switch. Go ahead and teleport back to the other half of the arena. Again, this puts us back into the giant open room where the red door is. Pull the lift down, get ready for an archvile. This is probably one of the calmest archviles in the entire room, because there's nothing around it he can really revive except for that one revenant. And just like that, get ready for the final ambush. Don't worry, he goes easy on us with this one. So immediately we need to get that Mancubus out as fast as possible, but don't go too far because we do not want to even touch that exit door yet. Because the second we do, everything behind us is going to open up. Make sure we got the last of the items, touch the door, get rid of the pinkies, and mainly the hit scanning horde that comes behind us. And just like that, once they're taken care of, we've got 2 more chain gunners in the exit room, and this one is done. Absolutely outstanding map by RottKing. Atmospheric, moody, easily stand out of Back to Saturn X. If you've not already, please check out the Back to Saturn X playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more concealed videos, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.